Welcome to Venusian Soul. Today I'm back with a pick a card reading and it's going to be predictions for June. So I want you to cast your gaze over these cards and ask your higher self which cards have a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3 and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so, but for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi group 1. So I feel for this group, June is going to be a really beautiful and powerful month. With the Jade crystal, it's giving me heart chakra energy, and I do feel for some of you, there's a real emphasis here on connection. I do feel for some of you it could be a new connection, or you're finally attracting in the level of connection or commitment that you really desire. With close encounters and birds of a feather, there is an element of synchronicity or things orchestrating and aligning in such a way that it flows together. I just see June being quite a magical month in terms of breakthroughs as well. Not only in terms of what you can attract, but also breakthroughs internally. With the Devil, I feel for some of you, something has finally been laid to rest, especially if there's been pain or buried emotion around connection or something that didn't work out in the past. I feel like you reach this place where it can no longer affect you emotionally, or it's no longer holding you back from manifesting the new and what you want moving forward. I also think for many of you with the 3 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, 6 of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, there's a lot of fortune around moving ahead with your passions, with your career, with certain talents and abilities. The biggest barrier during the month of June is going to be overthinking. With Thinker and the 8 of Swords, I feel like overthinking and also fear-based thoughts could be a barrier or something that you have to work through. For some of you, I feel like with Thinker sitting above 8 of Wands, you may not fully trust what's coming in for you. It could be a situation where you've waited some time for a blessing or a situation to evolve or something to manifest, and then it comes in, but it's that sense where, is this too good to be true? Can I trust this? But with 8 of Wands and Blessed, I feel like this is going to be a month where a lot of blessings come in, or you start to see the flow of blessings. There's a sense of having overcome some sort of personal struggle, or I feel for some of you, I keep hearing the past, like finally getting closure from the past, or finally getting closure from someone, from a situation or a connection or relationship from the past. It's like you're breaking free from certain barriers or limitations that you've been holding internally. And now you're very much ready to kind of move forward or start fresh. With the Ace of Pentacles, I do think there's opportunity here as well around career, especially the things that you know you're really talented with. This isn't the kind of energy of, a job you're not passionate about. I feel like this is something that you're talented at and there's something you really care for. I also think there's going to be an increase in finances because I keep seeing the number 8. We have 8, we have 8, 8, 35, 8, 26, 8. So you have 8, 8, 8, 8. So again, a lot of really positive. For this group, it's like the tides are turning, where things start to really improve, not only during the month of June, but I feel like that's the turning point, or that's the point where you start to see more of the physical manifestations and more of the blessings that you've been moving towards, or you've been working towards manifesting for yourself. With Close Encounters and Birds of a Feather, again, for some of you, I think there's a synchronistic meeting that you have manifested, and I do think it's a blessing in the sense that it's something that I just heard perfectly aligns with you. So this is, and again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but I do feel for some of you it is. This can also be close kind of friendships, soulmates, where the people are on the same page, where there's a synergy or a coming together that feels very much aligned. And you also have 44 8, so you actually have 5 8s. But there's a sense here too of I keep feeling with this devil energy, something or someone had to be cut out and completely healed from to make room for what's coming. And that's why I do feel a lot of these blessings and a lot of this positive energy of you receiving has been either overdue or well earned. I think you've had to overcome certain things, or there's been a long process or period of healing before this came in. Now with the Six of Pentacles, I keep seeing increased financial flow from your passions or from a specific talent or skill that you have. I think with the Six of Pentacles as well, you're reaching a certain level of balance and flow when it comes to your life, when it comes to your manifestations, what you want moving forward. I just feel as though you're feeling more aligned with you. And I think this has a ripple effect in every area of your life. I also think for many of you with this devil energy, this was something quite prominent in, I just heard, your consciousness or your psyche that may have held you back or slowed down some of what you were asking for and some of what you were wanting to bring in. It's like, finally I'm free. Finally I'm free from the past, or finally I'm free from the memory of someone in the past. Now I can move towards what I've been seeking and what I've desired. With the Ace of Pentacles sitting beneath the Three of Pentacles, there's a sense as well that you may literally have an opportunity that comes forth financially in terms of career, business, enterprise, where you do have an opportunity to move ahead or increase your financial flow. I feel for some of you though, there may be some trepidation or fear as it pertains to this opportunity. With a tall tale, some of you may have overcome as well with this devil energy certain stories that you told yourself around who you were, what you could have, what's possible for you, and you've reached a point where you believe you're capable of more than you ever did, or you've reached a point where now you know, yes, I can attract this, or yes, I can have happiness in connection, I can have fulfillment. I feel like it's like reaching a turning point in regards to what you're comfortable receiving, or at the very least what you believe is actually possible. And for this group, it's almost all kind of beautiful, positive energy. I'm not, other than being conscious of not overthinking, there's not that much I feel this month you're going to worry about. Like June feels to be a much lighter month. And with happy as well, I feel like for many of you, you're getting that joy back, that spark around living and expressing yourself, connecting. It's like things coming back to life, or coming full circle is a phrase I'm hearing as well. With the Eight of Swords, again, this isn't a month of holding yourself back. It's not a month of slowing down. I feel like you may have had that in the past, or there may have been certain fears or limitations that unknowingly held you back or slowed you down. Whereas I feel now you're really being encouraged to open your heart, embrace these opportunities, and not take no for an answer. Because there is a lot that is manifesting and that can manifest for you. But again, the only obstacle is the mind, fear, and your thoughts about it, what you believe you can receive. But I feel for many of you, you've already reached a juncture where you've pushed past that. For some of you, this devil energy is also pertaining to new opportunity or some sort of career endeavor, change, business, enterprise, something that perhaps you've wanted to do or you've wanted to create, but you weren't certain about, or you held yourself back from fear or doubt of how you would achieve it, or from feelings of trepidation in regards to not being able to actualize something. But I feel for many of you, you're reaching a point where it's like full steam ahead. You're receiving literally green lights in every area of your life to move ahead. And some of these blessings and opportunities, I feel it's not like you're going out necessarily and seeking them or making them happen. Yes, you'll still be taking action, but I do feel there's an element of synchronicity, especially as it pertains to meeting significant people. Whether this is a significant romantic partner, for some of you, I feel like that's what's manifested, having overcome some sort of karmic situation or pain from the past. For others of you, it could be a synchronistic meeting as it pertains to a business partner or It could be like an opportunity that comes through word of mouth, through a particular connection. But with birds of a feather, I do feel the connections you're meeting are far more aligned than they have been previously. It's meeting people where you feel like you're on the same page, where you feel understood, where there's a level of trust and reciprocity. I just feel there's an up-leveling in regards to what you can receive and how closely it aligns with your state of being. I feel for many of you, I'm hearing like from a year ago, your energy, your sense of self, all of it has transformed drastically. And that's what's bringing in. It's like you're bringing in new opportunity or a new life or new aspects of your life, I should say, to match this new state of being. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi group 2. So what I'm hearing is the month of June for you is going to be a month of closure and changing your approach or changing the way you go about, I'm hearing, attracting what you desire, attracting your intentions. I feel for the month of June, there needs to be you need to have a softer touch, essentially. This could also pertain to being more gentle with yourself. Being more gentle in terms of your self-talk, your inner experience. But I feel there's a lot of shedding that's taking place, a lot of healing. I feel for some of you, for those of you who are wanting to manifest a connection or manifest love and again, it doesn't have to be romantic, but new relationships. There's a sense of letting go of certain defenses or barriers or energies that you've held internally that slow that down or act as a barrier. I'm hearing like they act as a barrier against your heart space where it's hard to open it or it's hard to trust. With the 7 of Wands and the 10 of Wands, there's a sense here of laying down certain defenses, boundaries. And again, this isn't only pertaining to connection, but for some of you it could be, and there could be some healing around, I feel like there's healing around the heart chakra, whether this pain was caused by past connections, which for some of you I feel it was, but for others of you it could have been caused through friendship, family dynamics, a workplace. There's just a sense of healing from certain defenses that have developed from the pain others have caused. I feel like as you go through this process of laying those emotions to rest, healing, I feel like you're reflecting on what happened or what doesn't serve you as well moving forward, what needs to be left behind. Because I feel even with this 5 of Swords energy here, there may be some beliefs or energies that you still embody from past wounds or past wounding. Now, again, with the 10 of Cups and Sacred Reverence, which is a card of divine union and soulmate union, I do feel for some of you, this is pertaining to your ability to bring in or attract love in your life, how you receive love and connection. Now, with the Rose's Kiss, that's my card of life becoming sweeter, things becoming smoother, having a softer approach, especially when you contrast it with Waking the Lion, which is divine masculine, go-getter energy. I feel like in the month of June, I keep hearing you're learning to be gentle or more gentle, starting with yourself, but then that ripples outward to your connections and dynamics with others. I feel like you're learning how to support or nurture yourself in a way that perhaps as well attracts in very different experiences of different people. I feel like if you have struggled with feeling quite harsh, this could be like self-critical, or it could also be harsh in the sense of pushing people out, not allowing people close to your heart space, not fully trusting. I feel like this has happened because of past pain. And it's like you're getting, with the 5 of Cups sitting above the 3 of Swords, you're getting to the root of that pain. It's like you're pulling out some of those core, I just heard weeds. They're showing me you like literally pulling out certain weeds or limitations, beliefs, fears, old emotion especially, so that it creates a shift in your frequency and enables new to come in at the level you deserve. With the Page of Cups, there may literally be a need for forgiveness. For some of you, this could be literally an apology or you needing to find that place of closure and forgiveness regardless. But I feel like there's a strong sense of emotional healing. But it's almost like this process leads to complete emotional fulfillment and happiness for some of you with a connection, with a person. But I see this whole healing process that takes place first. Now you have the fates. I feel right now, the month of June, but even ongoing, you may find that it's really about your inner process where the universe is putting a spotlight on your feelings, what you need. It's almost like I'm hearing in order to move this forgiveness or this emotional transmutation and healing is necessary for the next changes on your path. Without going through that, it's almost like the new can't come in with exchanging gifts and 10 of Cups. You may feel during June, there's almost like a stop sign where things are on the physical level could be on hold or they're just not flowing to the level you hope for. But again, I feel like that's divinely designed to enable you the space and the time to move ahead. Or I should say to go within to then move ahead. I feel for some of you, these energies may not be completely conscious. Like I feel like you would be conscious of the people or the event or circumstance that hurt you, but you may not be fully aware how much it's still affecting you or how much you're carrying this energy within you. So it may be quite eye-opening, or there may be certain revelations that make it very clear how much you're still healing or how much certain people and situations and events have affected how you view yourself or how you move through the world. Because I get the sense, Spirit keeps saying like offloading, where you're offloading a lot of energy, especially negative energy, energies that don't serve you any longer, energies that I feel as well, they drain you. They're quite draining, or there's a sense that they cap your ability. I'm hearing especially to have beautiful and attracting beautiful connections now. So I feel for some of you, I don't know if there's been an element of isolating yourself or you have trouble fully opening up your heart and trusting in love. Now with peace, Spirit is saying the secret to attracting in what you want is peace or peacefulness. And that's what I'm saying about having a softer touch or approach. It's like you find peace with your history, with yourself, with your emotional body. And that's what brings in these new gifts, these new blessings, these new opportunities. With the Three of Cups, again, I feel like for some of you, it may not just be healing from one person or situation. There could be multiple. And that's why I was drawn to, it could be like family dynamics, healing from childhood wounds, or it could be a workplace where there's more than one person that's affecting you. But I just feel it's like you're reaching a place of peace and closure around perhaps more than one situation or more than one person. And I feel during the month of June, again, this process may take a lot longer than 1 month. This could have already been ongoing, but there's a sense that there's a lot of the heavy lifting happening during June. And I keep hearing revelation, breakthrough. So I feel like perhaps you have a certain revelation around these people, this situation, these experiences, and your healing, which really helps set the stage for you moving forward. And for those of you where this is with the 10 of Cups and Sacred Reverence, where this is pertaining to attracting in a 10 of Cups type connection, Spirit is saying some of this healing process needs to take place first before you can arrive here, or before your heart is fully open and available for the love you deserve. And again, that won't resonate for everyone, but I do feel there's a pull towards attracting in new connections, full stop, whether they're platonic or friendship based, or it could be like a new, beautiful, healthy workplace. There's a sense of you bringing and coming into alignment with new energies that serve your highest good, having healed perhaps from some karmic lessons that really stretched you and tested you. Again, with the Page of Cups, I keep hearing forgiveness. For some of you, again, the hardest part at times can be forgiving yourself. forgiving yourself for allowing someone into your life, or forgiving your part in a situation. But I feel for others of you, and again, it could be forgiving others and yourself, because I see you becoming a lot more gentle with yourself, with your self-talk. Perhaps as some of these situations or energies are laid to rest, that enables you to kind of have I'm hearing enjoy life more fully, or at the very least not have negativity plague your mind, or not have certain difficult or negative situations from the past constantly come up. Because I do feel for some of you, you were carrying quite a lot internally that may have been quite painful, or that may have, I just heard, was a burden on you, your path, your energies especially. So I do feel June is a month where you're going to walk away feeling a lot lighter, and actually am feeling completely at peace with yourself and your journey. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi group 3. So I feel in terms of the month of June, the first phrase I just heard was expansion. I feel for many of you, I feel this expansion has to do with yourself, like your sense of identity, your spirituality, your divinity. There's a sense of expanding on a level of consciousness, but I feel like that may ricochet and obviously have effects in the physical. So I feel for some of you, with the moon next to the royal you, there's certain aspects of yourself that I feel like are going to be coming to the surface. I feel for some of you, there may be as well a lot of synchronistic or prophetic dreams, ideas, insights. Like it's quite a mystical month for this group. With Temperance and the moon, again, I do feel there's a level of healing, but I don't feel this is like really heavy lifting type healing where there's so much to work through, so much to transform. I feel like it's more coming to a place of completion is what I'm hearing. Now with the Five of Pentacles, if you're feeling as though finances are slowed in the physical, or you're trying to gain traction in terms of career, finances, abundance, I'm hearing like a preparation. I feel for some of you, you're in a stage, or you're kind of taking those steps where you're preparing, you're aligning, but things may not fully be flowing in the month of June. It's like, I just heard biding your time for better results. I feel the energies in the month of June for this group are very much centered around self, around building yourself, especially your identity, or how you perceive yourself, how you share yourself with and in the world, in the physical. But for some of you, you may also be making a choice around a connection. And again, this isn't for everyone, but I feel with the Two of Cups, King of Cups, the Lover's, Judgment, either this is a connection that's in your life, or you're reflecting on a connection and having a certain level of healing and closure with. I feel it's very much a romantic connection. For some of you as well, it could be really embracing, because what I just heard was changing as well how you view relationship. For some of you, it may be reaching a point where you don't really know if you want connection anymore, where you want to be more so, and I don't mean connection altogether, but a romantic connection. Perhaps you're in a space where it's very much around self-love, self-empowerment, building your own abundance, your own success, where there's not an emphasis on romantic love or romantic connection. For others of you, it could be a sense of you healing from or letting go of someone or something to prepare for something better in the future, and you're in this space of really focusing on yourself in the meantime. But with Temperance, I keep hearing like an upgrade in your sense of self. There's some sort of epiphany or breakthrough in consciousness that comes to you and through you, which changes, I heard changes the game. It puts you in uncharted territory with the uncharted sea. It could literally shift your life's direction. It could be leaving someone or something behind and then realizing, I just heard I'm better on my own, whatever that means. For some of you, it could be breaking or separating from an employer or some sort of community. There's a sense of going it alone. It could be breaking away from mainstream and you're going it alone as it pertains to work. an opportunity, but I just see this blessing where you kind of start a new journey, you move in a new direction. There's a new beginning, and with beyond the ordinary sitting above the royal you, there's an upgrade or an ascension in terms of how you're seeing yourself. There's a sense of you completely seeing and living as the divine. You now recognize your own divinity. And that's not to say you didn't previously. I'm just hearing that there's more spiritual light and more consciousness that you're integrating. It's a leveling up, essentially. And that's why I'm hearing with that Five of Pentacles, if things feel lacking in the physical, or you feel as though, I've worked towards more abundance, I've worked towards more of this, why isn't it paying off, or why isn't it showing up? I do think it's an element of timing, and timing is a factor, but I also think it's giving you that time for self, and it's giving you, I do think June overall is quite I want to say introspective, but I'm hearing more a spiritual month, synchronistic as well, where it's quite magical, or the flow of energies coming towards you is kind of out of left field. I feel like you may not see it coming, or you get certain epiphanies and downloads or ideas and insights that you weren't prepared for, but they almost change the game, or they deliver some sort of truth which completely shifts your focus or your direction, or there's a sense of having a new vision of yourself, a new version, and this new version of self wants a drastically different experience than what you had or sought previously. But with Temperance, there is an element of healing, but I keep hearing it's like you're wanting to just fill your own cup. You're wanting to give to yourself. You're wanting to pour back into self. So for those of you where this is describing a connection, it's almost like reaching a point where I'm tired of giving to others, or I'm tired of focusing my energies on other people's goals, other people's direction. A very strong individuality, but I feel like your sense of individuality is very much spiritually aligned, or you've had some sort of spiritual breakthrough in consciousness, which is giving this level of clarity. You also have poised and to be fair. Again, I keep hearing preparation or setting the stage for, so I feel like June is a month where you may not be kind of taking the leap of faith, or you may not be making drastic changes in the physical, but they're leading into that. It's setting the stage or the foundation. And with higher power, again, very mystical month. It's almost like spirit is opening your eyes to what you need, or what works for you, what fills you up, what's nurturing, what's nourishing. So I feel like you leave, or you finish this month with far greater clarity in terms of not only who you are, but what fulfillment and happiness and healing means for you personally. What that looks like, how you want to feel, what does and doesn't work for you anymore. With Judgment, you may be really called to call time on, again, whether this is a connection, a situation, person, something from the past that you're still carrying within. There's something that I feel like you're cutting ties with that no longer serves you or throws you out of balance. With Nine of Pentacles next to be fair, which again, you can see the scales, there's a sense of balance and achieving, I'm hearing equilibrium. So there could be a personal situation where the give and take is out of balance, or when you're in this person's or this situation, the energy, the presence, that brings you out of alignment with yourself. I think there's an emphasis on you connecting with you and your own needs and making them a priority. I feel like you are going to gain a lot of abundance, but I'm not sure if it's in the month of June. I feel like it's like a lead up. Toward the end of the month, it's possible, but I do feel Spirit is emphasizing some of this inner work, this spiritual work, this healing, because I do feel from that flows a lot of blessings, or from that place, you gain a level of clarity, which really helps you when it comes to moving forward and moving in a new direction. With the Lovers here as well, it's almost as though Spirit is asking you to make choices from the heart space, to make choices in terms of your fulfillment, your happiness, what inspires you. I don't feel like this is a month where you're kind of just going with the flow, or for some of you as well, there could be a sense of the unconventional. I keep hearing the unexpected. It's almost like you're expanding into a new realm of consciousness, or your vision of yourself has been upgraded to such a level that there's all new opportunities and new energies around you. It's like the old can't satisfy that. You're ready for a new adventure, perhaps, or at the very least, I feel like your new sense of self takes you on a very different and new path and takes you in a new direction overall. I keep hearing as well, like, make sure you're listening to your inner truth. I feel like there's going to be a lot of epiphanies, downloads, insights, messages from spirit. You may have a certain level of clarity in terms of what you want moving forward. I just feel it's like something sparks inside of you, and spirit is saying, make sure you trust that spark, that inspiration, that knowing. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hi, Group 4. So the first message I heard, and this won't resonate with everyone, but I just heard, why does love not work out for me? Or with loyal heart and never-ending story, for some of you, you may be reflecting on the types of people that come into your life, or it's almost like a sense of, why do I always get less than what I deserve in connection, whether romantic or otherwise. But I feel like there's an element of reflection in terms of, and for some of you, this could have been triggered because a connection literally didn't work out and you're healing or coming to terms with what has been and what this situation held, what you've learned from it, that type of energy. But I feel like there's some reflecting on the quality of people in your life, or, you know, why am I not meeting my emperor or empress, someone at that caliber? There's a sense of not settling, of upgrading, wanting more for yourself. I do feel for the month of June though, for this group, there's going to be a huge emphasis on your life purpose, on work, achievement, abundance, manifesting your desires. But with the Tower, there's a sense that something fell away, or something perhaps left your life to make room for this. For some of you, this could literally be a person or a disappointment around a person. And this doesn't have to have all happened in the month of June. Apply the timeline as it resonates with you, but there's a sense of someone or something falling away, which created this turn with this Wheel of Fortune that led to you really investing in your work. For some of you, if you felt, I haven't had success in love, or I haven't had success in romantic partnerships, it could have driven you to become a lot more ambitious or motivated as it pertains to your work, to your career, to abundance. You may have applied that energy through and into different endeavors. But with the power of purpose and divine matrix, I do think you are manifesting changes and shifts around your purpose, or there's opportunities coming in. With the Nine of Cups, there's a lot of blessings and a lot of abundance with this Empress as well. So I see June is a really potent and powerful month for manifestations around your career, your dreams, life purpose, bringing in greater abundance, bringing in greater success, but also seeing and being clear in terms of, okay, this is what I deserve. This is what I'm seeking. I'm not going to settle for less than the best. For many of you, I feel like there's a sense of like a power couple, or wanting to manifest and have that power dynamic where it's someone that's very much actualized and have grown. They've also grown into their potential. They've taken actions towards their success. Someone that can meet you on that level. And again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but for some of you, I do feel that energy. With the Eight of Pentacles and Seven of Pentacles, I feel like for this group, you've had to work really hard at a particular dream, a career path, a vision. Because these are not blessings that just come out of the blue, like synchronicity. Oh, I wasn't expecting this. I feel like these are blessings that you've worked incredibly hard for. But again, I feel like past disappointment or something that didn't work out is what fueled you or drove you toward this level of achievement. With a deep breath sitting above the power of purpose, I feel as though June is a month as well when you may be taking stock or reflecting. Because I'm hearing, see how far I've come. So there's a sense that you may be taking a step back or taking some time out for yourself, whether that's to pamper yourself, meditate, just go within and you're going to be really clear that you brought yourself from this tower, or brought yourself from your knees into the Nine of Cups. And this Nine of Cups will look different for every individual depending on your passions, your dreams, what your definition of success is. But I feel as though there was something that kind of brought you down, or that triggered a level of pain and disappointment, which has then manifested in this level of success, or has manifested in you really applying yourself to your dreams, to your desires, creating this Empress energy for your own life. I feel for this group, you have the Midas touch during the month of June, where certain things you apply your efforts towards, or even certain opportunities, you're able to generate tremendous amounts of abundance. You may as well, this group may also feel like, how come I can manifest and be so successful when it comes to work and career, but when it comes to interpersonal connections, I'm struggling, or I always attract this Four of Cups instead of this Emperor or Empress energy. That's a storyline I keep hearing. And again, it won't resonate with everyone, but I feel that where this group may really be about their work and their success, but either consciously or deep down, there's a sense of, when will I find my equal? Or when will I find someone who is on my level? There's a sense of dissatisfaction when it comes to connection. Or I'm hearing it always falls short, or someone fell short. With why as well, I feel like there's an element of reflection or introspection in terms of, you know, perhaps why things haven't worked out in the past, or the type of person you're attracting and the meaning that holds. But with Divine Matrix next to the Tower, I feel some of the situations in your life have been fated to enable you to step into this level of success and personal fulfillment. I feel for those of you who are resonating with this energy and storyline of, you know, connections not working out, or feeling as though you deserve more or better, I feel like had that come in, or had that come in too soon, I should say, it would have distracted you from your personal goals and mission. It's almost like I see you having, and Spirit is saying you have to grow into the Empress or Emperor to bring this in. So I do feel for some of you, there may have been quite a process or a journey that enabled the evolution of your consciousness, the expansion in terms of your work, your career, your success, before this comes in. I also feel for this group, you do have a really powerful energy and a powerful presence. And there could be a sense, I'm just hearing, of intimidation, especially if someone's not at this level themselves. It's like you've grown, and this isn't just financial success or success with a physical career or vocation, although that could be intimidating as well. But there's a sense of you've grown to such a level in terms of your own development or your own consciousness that other people may feel, it's like they feel like they're the Four of Cups when they're around you. And again, this won't resonate for everyone, but I keep getting this storyline of you not settling, of you wanting the best, of you, you know, putting in the action, the effort to grow yourself to attract that in kind, especially in terms of connections and relationship. With the Nine of Cups next to the Power of Purpose, it's like your time to receive, or to receive the fullness of what you've worked towards, to have that level of success, to have reached a level of completion where you now feel like, yes, I've hit target, or I've hit my goal. And for some of you, this could have been a long time coming. And I do feel maybe there were sacrifices you had to make in other aspects or areas of your life to have the energy and the focus to devote to some of these, especially to career, essentially, to career, to work, to your dreams, to yourself, because this level of growth and expansion doesn't happen easily. There's a certain level of commitment that you need to embody and give in order to receive at that level. So I think for many of you, there may have been a sense of reaching I just heard the precipice or the pinnacle, where you've reached the heights of what you were working towards. I feel like overall June is a month, I still see you working very hard for many of you. Like I still, especially working hard in terms of career. So that's still happening. But I also feel Spirit is asking you to take time as well, to smell the roses or to reflect as well on how far you've come, to be grateful for your journey, to be grateful for the amount of growth it's afforded you, to recognize your own success. Sometimes we become so focused on a particular target that it can be difficult to recognize how many targets we've already hit along the way. And Spirit is saying, even if you feel in one area you're lacking or you've lost out, more often than not as well, there's an element that had to give way, even if temporarily, to allow success or you to flourish in other areas. I also feel like there's so much abundance coming in for you. You have 8 of Pentacles, 35, 8, 44, 8, so 888. I feel like you are stepping into a tremendous amount of success, fulfillment, abundance, and the fruition for many of you of your dreams or your dream career. A lot of success and abundance. And I feel like this reflection and this period of time where you're looking within is going to really clarify for you perhaps that why the timing of your connections have followed or played out in the manner they have. There's some sort of recognition or clarity around why. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.